Hey Theater Geeks, I'm Emily and welcome to Musical Mondays. Plugging along with my Tony Week videos, this time we're going to talk about my predictions for the Best Actor and Actress categories at this year's Tonys. First of all, let's talk about Best Actress in a Play. For this category, we start off with Geneva Carr in Hand to God, where she is playing Marjorie, Jason's mother. This is her first Tony nomination. Next, we have Helen Mirren for The Audience, where she is playing Queen Elizabeth II. This is her second Tony nomination, her previous one being for A Month in the Country. She has won an Olivier Award and a Drama Desk Award for her role in The Audience, and she also won an Oscar for playing Queen Elizabeth II on screen in The Queen. Then there's Elizabeth Moss for The Heidi Chronicles, where she is playing the title character. This is her first Tony nomination. Next, we have Carey Mulligan for Skylight, where she is playing Kira Hollis, the young woman who is visited by both her former lover's son and her former lover in the same evening. This is her first Tony nomination. Last, we have Ruth Wilson for Constellations, which was a two-hander, and she made her Broadway debut in it, and she won a Theatre World Award for her role. So in terms of who's going to win this category, it is inarguably going to be Miss Dame Helen Mirren. Moving on to Best Actor in a Play, first we have Stephen Boyer for Hand to God, where he is playing Jason, whose left hand is possessed by his sock puppet Tyrone. This is his first Tony nomination. Then we have Bradley Cooper for The Elephant Man, where he played John Merrick, the titular Elephant Man. This is also his first nomination. Then we have Ben Miles for Wolf Hall Parts 1 and 2, who is playing Thomas Cromwell, the focus of the plays and one of King Henry VIII's advisors. This is his first Tony nomination. Then we have Bill Nye for Skylight, where he is playing Tom Sargent, the ex-lover of Carey Mulligan's character, and this is his first Tony nomination. Lastly, in this category, we have Alex Sharp for The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime, where he is playing Christopher Boone, an autistic teenager who witnesses and then is framed for the murder of a neighbor's dog. Alex Sharp has won an Olivier, a Drama Desk, and a Theatre World Award for this role. The Olivier was won last year when he was doing the show in London. There is no doubt in anyone's mind that Alex Sharp is going to win this award for The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. However, something interesting happened in this category. It is the first Tony nomination for every actor in this category, which didn't happen in any of the other acting categories. I like that. Next, let's talk about Best Actress in a Musical, and boy do we have a race in this category this year. First of all, we have Kristen Chenoweth for On the 20th Century, where she is playing Lily Garland, a middle-aged screen star who is still hitting it big and has a younger boyfriend. She has had two previous Tony nominations, the first for You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, and she won that Tony, and the second for Wicked. And she has won the Drama Desk Award for this role this year. Next, we have Leanne Cope for An American in Paris, where she is making her Broadway debut as Lycée Dessine. Then we have Beth Malone for Fun Home, where she is playing Alison Bechtel, and this is her first Tony nomination. Then there's Miss Kelly O'Hara for The King and I, where she is playing Anna. This is her sixth Tony nomination. Her previous nominations were for The Light in the Piazza, The Pajama Game, South Pacific, Nice Work If You Can Get It, and Bridges of Madison County. Lastly in this category, we have the one, the only, the legend, Chita Rivera, for her role of Claire Zachanassian in The Visit. This is her 10th Tony nomination. Count them, her 10th Tony nomination. Her previous nominations were for Bye Bye Birdie, Chicago, Bring Back Birdie, Merlin, The Rink, where she won, Jerry's Girls, Kiss of the Spider Woman, won that one too, 9, and Chita Rivera, A Dancer's Life. So this category is a little ridiculous in terms of choosing a winner. Right off the bat, I've got to say bye-bye to Miss Leanne Cope and Beth Malone when we're talking about who's going to win. because they just don't stand a chance against the 3 bona fide Broadway legends in their category this year. I wish I could say that I really think it's Kelly O'Hara's year to win one, because she's been nominated now 6 times and hasn't won one. But it's really never been her year. When she was nominated for Best Featured Actress for The Light in the Piazza, she was up against Sarah Ramirez for Spamalot, who went on and won it, and Spamalot won basically everything that year. When she was nominated for The Pajama Game, she was up against LaChanze for The Color Purple. I mean, come on, people. For South Pacific, there was Patti LuPone in Gypsy. When she was nominated for Nice Work If You Can Get It, there was Audra McDonald for Porgy and Bess in her category. And when she was nominated last year for Bridges of Madison County, she had Idina Menzel in her category, she had Sutton Foster in her category, and she had Jessie Mueller giving a spectacular performance as Carole King, and Jessie went on to win it. And so it's just never been Kelly's time. That being said, I don't think Cheetah's gonna get her 3rd Tony either. I think it's gonna go to Kristin Chenoweth. She won the Drama Desk for it. It seems to be Kristin's year for this. Finally, for this video, we have Best Actor in a Musical. First up in this category is Michael Cerveris for Fun Home, where he is playing Bruce Bechtel, the father of Allison. This is his 6th Tony nomination. His previous nominations were for The Who's Tommy, Assassins, which he won for, Sweeney Todd, Love Music, and Evita. Next, we have Robert Fairchild for An American in Paris, where he is playing Jerry Mulligan, the Gene Kelly role. This is his Broadway debut and 1st nomination. Then there's Brian Darcy James for Something Rotten, where he is playing Nick Bottom, the Shakespeare-hating man who longs to write a masterful play of his own. Then we have Brian Darcy James for Something Rotten, where he is playing Nick Bottom, the Shakespeare-hating man who longs to write a masterful play of his own. This is his 3rd Tony nomination, his previous ones being for The Sweet Smell of Success and Shrek. Then we have Ken Watanabe for The King and I, where he is playing the King of Siam. This is his Broadway debut and 1st nomination. And lastly, we have Tony Yazbek for On the Town, who is playing another Gene Kelly role, Gaby. And this is his 1st Tony nomination. Now, in this category, it seems to be a pretty definite Robert Fairchild or Michael Cerveris battle going on, which seems to be the theme of this year's Tony Awards. Fun Home or An American in Paris. But I have a soft spot for Fun Home, and so I think it's gonna go to Michael Cerveris, much like I have a soft spot for Christian Borle, so I think the Tony's gonna go to him, but it could go Robert Fairchild. But those are just my opinions. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Like this video if you liked it, and subscribe for more Musical Mondays.